Morning. So I was sort of debating this morning on whether I wanted to teach a long class or a short class. I know the short ones are probably maybe more preferred, but I have a few things I want to share. So maybe if I could try to say them quickly and we could talk about them more another time. One is just a message about becoming more embodied in what this opportunity is for you, why it's important, what it can do for you in your life. And I'm just going to leave you briefly with the idea that yoga, we think about it as being this ancient tradition, but in reality, the yoga that is practiced today actually kind of started around the same time as Pilates. The asanas, so calisthenics were something that got very popular in Europe, and they were brought from the British government, right, or from people practicing this calisthenics to India during a time when India wanted to. The people of India were wanting to kind of rebel against the British government, and there became this idea that through doing these series of physical exercises that one could become more empowered, and then it started to meld with the Indian philosophy and gradually became the yoga that is practiced today. But that's just one small tidbit about a history of yoga or movement and empowerment. And I do think that there really is something there. And if you think about everything that we go through life and we have to make choices, and we choose one thing, we don't choose the other. And for me, I went to graduate school for analytical psychology, which is the study of the unconscious, right? What is in our unconscious mind? What is that in general? And everything that we don't choose about who we are doesn't just go away, it sort of stays with us. And you could think of it as like everything you choose this, and everything you don't choose goes in this bag that's behind you, right? That in a way is like your unconscious. So let's say you're choosing actions that don't necessarily give you the results that you want, but feel like they're a part of your personality, right? If you choose the example of a victim for the purposes of this kind of conversation, somebody who's chronically choosing to be in a victim status, and just everything that you're choosing, the actions that we choose can keep us in the same role. But there is also the other side of the coin, which stays in consciousness. So the more we kind of come into our bodies, right, and we think consciousness is everywhere, and the more we meditate, but also in the body, because the body is what carries us through our experience in life, and it has a memory of the experiences and the times that we have lived, the times that we've made choices to go one way or the other with something, with an action, right? And even if something is ingrained in our personality to choose in a particular fashion, it still has its opposite. Anyway, everything stays in the back, even when you don't choose. What's in the forefront is your personality, who you think you are, right? But all this other potential stays with you. So coming into really embodied states, and kind of meditating in the body, if you will, puts you in a place of being in resonance of all the choices, of all totality of experience, and also with the memories of the choices that you have made that are still inside of your body. But in that state of embodiedness, there sort of is no choice. It's just both things exist. To say it in a shorter way, it's like expanding your consciousness so that the totality of opportunity is there for you. So you're expanding beyond your personality. And it's not even in a conscious way, right? Because we can psychologize things, the day is long, about I should make better choices. I really see this and I should do this. But we know through the science of addiction, and we know through just living in life that we tend to make habitual choices. We tend to feel good having vanilla ice cream at night or something like that, right? Like it's our go-to, right? And we might want to stop it, like it feels good, or it gives you something that's beyond reason and logic. So in this place of embodiedness, you're in a realm of total possibility. Your memories and the things that drive you to do the things you do sort of have a chance to breathe, and be open, right? And you're also seated in a realm of unlimited possibility. You're sort of the you came in with, and even beyond that, you're in your state of potential, right? You're existing within, there's an openness about the memories you have and the things that lend to a particular pattern. And there's a huge opportunity to transcend beyond your habitual patterns, basically. And it's not a conscious thing, which I like, right? It's not necessarily a inner parent who's forcing you to do this next step. It's just an expanded awareness in which the realm of what you might be inclined to choose looks a little bit different than your habitual pattern. I hope that makes some sense. It's really a ripe, beautiful opportunity, and it's something I'm tremendously excited about, because I think this merger between psychology and the body has some serious potential. And I think that if this is a field that we are going to see grow tremendously in the years to come. And I'll definitely be sharing more about that, as we meditate and as we move through the springtime, because I think it's a great time in the medicine wheel and the cycle of life to be waking things up inside and to really come into the full power of our bodies, so that when we step into the next phase, which is the summer, which is the southern shield, is really a time of adult responsibility. It's a time of hard work, and it's a time it's a time to be really taking action too. So I think that this time of the spring, where things are waking up, when nature is waking up around us, it's just a really good time to come in and wake up the body, so that by the time we get to the summer, we're like fully in power mode, empowerment, right? Okay. The other quick thing that I wanted to say was, so in the meditation today, we've been talking a lot about waking up places in the body, right? And so for a while now, I've, coming through the end of the winter, asking you to go inside and to listen in the body to like different spaces within the body, right? And then we've talked about giving those places voice, right? Oh, what do you have to share with me? Not like thinking from a logical perspective, but just listening to what might be. And maybe you guys are having some good reactions to that, and maybe you've had some nice experiences, which I always love to hear, right? So today I want to go a little bit deeper. Now I'm going to preface this experience and say that we're going to go for a short amount of time today. If you start to get to a place that feels intimidating, just open your eyes. You can come out of it. Take it slow. Go with me on this idea that the body literally stores your memories. And there's a saying within this embodied community, and within this, I can't remember which theorist or psychologist or who it comes from, but there's one saying that says the issues are in the tissues, right? So in your body, in your tissues, your body remembers the things that have happened to you in your life. And what we're going to do today is we're going to go into the meditation, and we're going to give the opportunity for the body to speak. And not just to speak to you in a, who are you? What do you have? Okay, I have resentment in my right shoulder, or whatever it is, right? Because that can happen, right? We could communicate with the body in that way, and we could lend voice by listening within, and we might get an answer like that, right? And you can look into too, like I think it's Dr. John Sornow, has a book all about the back, and his work as I think he was a chiropractic practitioner, but he's written a few really interesting books about mind body and the issues he's seen with people over time. The healing issues of anger can be in the back, right, and in the low back. So if you're interested, or if you have back issues, that might be a good resource for you. So we can do it in that way. But today we're actually going to give voice for allowing organic expression, so that we come into the body, we'll quiet everything down, we'll look within, and then we're going to let the body move. So, it might be in your rib cage that it wants to undulate and do this. It could be anything. If you have had traumatic experiences that you might know of, or even if you haven't and you're just interested in this, Dr. Peter Levine would be a good reference point to start with, right? And this work comes from his work with PTSD and trauma survivors. Now, trauma also doesn't have to be this great, big, scary thing. It can be falling off your bike as a kid, any moment that was really scary. It can also be negative relationship experiences in our formative years. I mean, I don't know. For me growing up and then now as a parent, I kind of think sometimes that life is traumatic. You got kids that don't like you at school, and things can get confusing at home no matter how good your environment is. So life can be traumatic. The issues are in the tissues. Today, we're going to give an opportunity for things within the body to come forward. We're going to do it for a short amount of time. If you find something there, or if you're just interested and you think there's something there, it might be worthwhile to check out Peter Levine. He's got on his website a list of practitioners that might be local to you. And certainly I'd love to hear from you. So if you have an experience or you know something about this topic, please chime in and discuss. In my heart, I have a desire for us all to be in a community and for us to be talking, everybody to be talking to each other in this space. And I know I've mentioned about the other platforms, so if I haven't reached out to you individually, I will do that soon. But basically, I'm just up-leveling us, right? Like, I think this is great. I like that it comes down in your feed in the morning, but I also feel like for me to take this program to the level I want to take it, I want things to be on it, not just on Facebook, on a beautiful, pretty platform. So that's what I've done. So you'll hear more from me about that soon. On here, and then I'll also be reaching out to everybody individually. All right, so let's get to it. So we're just going to sit really nice and tall, shoulders on the back, heart is open, lift your ribs up away from your hips, and close your eyes. Start out by following your breath. So you're going to inhale through your nose and exhale. Remember, we're not doing this for a long time. We're going to keep it brief, actually. And try to, in a sense, almost relax the body from top to down. I know anybody always says, relax. It's like the last thing you want to do. But just imagine from the crown of your head, a kind of golden light, kind of slowly moving down. Again, right from the crown, right the center of your head, all the way down, across your brow, to the temples, across the face. And as this light shines down into the cheeks, the back of your head, your jaw, your lips, your throat. As the light comes down the neck and the shoulders, it's like a beam of light that's just relaxing everything it comes into contact with. Your back, the space between your shoulder blades, your heart, your chest, your ribs, just keep going down. The base of your ribs, in the front and the back, to the belly, and belly button. Reaching on to the lower abdomen, the hips, the womb, your legs. And across the knees, the glutes, the feet. And just kind of breathing there into the stillness. Ask yourself the question within, where does my attention want to go today? Where am I being called to? And then find that place and invite it to move. So you're really going to go into a total organic expression. You're letting this space move. And then just allowing whatever arises. And try to stay out of your mind and just in the body, right? Like you don't need to analyze why it's happening, to know what it is or why the body wants to move this way. Just let it go. And stay with any emotions that arise. Again, not from a place of judgment, just as a place from a place of witnessing. Going with the flow of what the body wants to do. Whatever movement is there, we're going to let that come to a close. Right? So we're just going to soften it, not completely stop it. And take a deep breath in and hold it. Again, you can just let the movement kind of slowly rock out and do what it needs to do. We're just, again, softening it. And exhale slowly. Another deep breath in. Again, staying with any emotions that might have come up. And exhale slowly. And then one more time. And exhale slowly. Now, if anything super uncomfortable come up, know you can journal about it. You might want to talk to somebody about it just to kind of get it out of your physical, your mind, anything that might have come up. Also, if things are coming up, know that it's just a good place of transformation and it's a good place to work through stuff. I want to jump on into the workout because I'm probably running out of time, but powerful, powerful, powerful stuff. If you feel like you want transformation and just in general as another means to self-care, this is a powerful space of transformation. And basically just the idea, issues in the tissues, the bodies hold the memories. And if we go from the perspective of Peter Levine, what he's saying is that these experiences go into the body, but the way we live as humans, we don't give like an opportunity for them to be expressed out. And so that these experiences and these memories are still seeking to come to the forefront of our minds, and the body is still seeking to express itself. So if you see an animal go through something traumatic in nature, it shakes, it replays the scenario over and over again. He talks about lion cubs, and another animal came as an aggressor, and these baby lion cubs were afraid, and they managed to get away, and then they kept replaying out and dramatizing what happened. And when that happens, the issues come out of the body. But the way we live as humans, we don't do that. We don't like role play it. And so the body still wants to make these movements. And as the body makes these movements, the tension comes out of the body. And then once whatever is in there comes out, it can be stored as a memory. It can be processed, not just as something that's happening in your body, but it can be processed as a memory that you can see. in a different fashion, and it can kind of go into the past, if that makes any sense. Okay, I love you. Let's work out. Okay, we're gonna start with some glutes. So arms long by your side, ground your feet into the mat, float those hips on up to the ceiling. Now your ankles should be at a degree that you can almost touch them or touch them with the tips of your fingers. I don't want them too close, right? So you're kind of holding on. I want them kind of just not that far away, basically. So you can almost touch the fingertips to the heels. Reach the arms long, tuck the tailbone, close your eyes, try to feel the internal line, one long line from the base of the neck to the edge of the spine. Nice deep breaths, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. And then tuck your tailbone and start to roll your spine one vertebrae at a time into the mat, all the way down. And then again, inhale, float on up. Feel one long line from the base of the neck to the end of the spine. Keep contracting those abdominals front side back. Let the legs be super strong. Nice deep breaths. And then again, tuck the tailbone and roll the spine out one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, float up and hold it. Wrap those glutes up at the top. Really work on where the back of your leg meets your butt, the glutes. And then again, tuck the tailbone and roll it down. And float on up. And from here, we're going to release the glutes and then tuck the tailbone and lift back up. Again, release your glutes and tuck them back. Release and lift. Release and bring it back up. Release and lift. Release and up. Release and lift. One more time. Release and up. Shift your weight over to your right leg. Lift the left leg up to the ceiling. Make small circles, size of a basketball. Reverse. And lower that leg. Opposite leg comes up. Small circles. Nice strong left leg now. Reverse. Good. Bend your knee, plant your foot. Tuck your tailbone, tipping the bowl of the pelvis towards you. And roll right on down. Inhale, float right back up. And hold it. And tuck and roll. And inhale, float up and hold it. And exhale. Tuck and roll. Inhale, float up and hold it. Exhale, tuck and roll. Inhale, float up and hold it. Shift your weight to the right leg. Left leg goes out. So flex to come down and point to lift. Flex to lower, point, kick, kick to lift. Keep contracting your abdominals around your spine, front side back. Keep pressing the backs of the arms down. Keep your belly lifted. Bend your knee, left leg, shift your weight over to the left. Right leg goes out. So it's a kick, kick there, and a flex to lower. Again, contracting those abdominals, front side back. Bend your knee and plant your foot. Release the glutes and tuck and lift. Release and up. Tuck the tailbone, roll the spine down. Soles of the feet together and just rest for a moment. Stretch your legs out, bend the knees slightly. Float your arms up. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, scoop the belly around up and over. Inhale, going back. Exhale to lower. Now, I kind of want to say that I get into preferred ways of doing things sometimes with Pilates. If, you might have been taking Pilates a long time. If you prefer to keep your legs down and straight, or do it. Right now, I'm just in this habit of liking to bend my knees, press my heels down, and contract through the backs of my legs. Bring it all up. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, scoop, pull the waist back behind you as you round and over. Inhale, coming down. Exhale, lower. Work your breath with the body. Pull the waist back behind you as you round forward. Press your inner thighs together. Last one like this. And stretch yourself out in space. Let's cross the right ankle over the left and then lift from the underside. Right? So right in the arc here. Making yourself into a big banana. And then switch legs. Arcing the other way. Lifting from the underside, reaching to the overside. And center. Good, draw the knees into the chest one at a time. Curl the head, chest, and shoulders up. Both hands on your right leg, extend the left. Exhale all the air. Exhale all the air out of your lungs and switch. Good, onto double leg stretch. Let's take it up high or go down low. Exhale, pull back in. Be careful not to arch your back. All right, up high. Carefully go down low. Exhale, fold in. Legs up, scissors, pull, and change. I want you to play with the space a little today. So work on coming up high to your leg and then hanging on the leg a little bit, getting a deeper stretch. And again, up and down. And down. Get right into crisscross. And rest. And again. And rest. And again. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Moving on to set heel sides. Contracting the abdominals from the front side. Legs up straight, roll onto your belly. Tuck your tailbone, scoop your belly and knees. Float both legs up and then down. Really work on finding length through the end of your spine. So lifting that belly in deeply as you lift your legs. Hold your legs up, tap your heels. Try to hold the knees away from the mat. Keep finding length through the end of the spine. Pull the legs apart, draw them together. Tap your heels. Swim your legs. Good. And then sit back on your heels and stretch. Use the heels of the palms to press the buttocks back towards the heels, and then come up onto all fours. All right, so starting out on all fours, tuck your tailbone finally to the end of the spine. Lift the belly and up. Walk the legs back, coming up into a plank. And come back down. And again, going back and holding. And down. And again, walking back and holding. And coming down and walking back and holding. And down and back. And down, and one more time back. Lifting the belly in and up. Shift your way over to your left hand, right? And arm, and reach your right arm out. Try to keep those hips square off. And come down and change. And change. Going on to a little cat cow. Chin to the chest, round the back out. Separating the space between the shoulders. And lower down. And lifting up. Pressing the pelvis forward towards your nose. Shooting your back up towards the sky. And letting the belly hang. Shoulders on your backs. Press the shoulder blades together. And shooting into the chest. Scoop the belly, lift up. And tuck and roll. All right, zip up into the midline. Separate the space between the shoulders. Curl the toes under. Lift back up. So you're kind of like a hunchback almost, right? Pull your knee into your chest. Rotate the hips to the left. And come back out to the right. And again, in towards the left. And out to the right. Into the left. And out to the right. And again, into the left. Out to the right. And lower down. Let's sit into rest pose. Lift your arm back up. Again, shift your weight forward and round your back. So shoulders on the back, round it forward. Take the legs out. This time the left knee comes in. Twist towards me. And out the other way. And again to the right. And center and left. And right. Center, left. And right. Center, left. One more time to the right. Center, left. center. Lower the knees, sit back. Come up onto all fours. Okay. So, shifting, so tuck your tailbone, pull the belly in, around the shoulders, and bring your weight kind of forward in front of your wrists, and then sit back towards your heels with a nice long spine. Tuck your tailbone under, leading from the lower abdominals, wrapping the glutes, bring the energy forward, and then sit back. And tuck your roll, drop it back. Inhale to come up, exhale to go back. Inhale to go up, exhale to come back, and then reverse it. So coming back up with a flat back, shoulders are together. Tuck the tailbone, roll into the spine. One more. Good, come back into your cat-cow. Inhale, rounding up. Exhale, let the belly fall. Inhale, rounding. Exhale, letting the belly fall. Inhale, rounding up. Exhale, let it fall. Inhale, round up. Exhale, fall. Good, finding midline. Curl the toes under, come up into your plank. Shift your weight to your right hand, right? Lift the left arm up and try to lift with the opposite leg. And come down, other side. You might want to do one limb and then the other. And down, and again. Switching. You see me struggling, it's okay to struggle through it. Still try. That's how we get stronger. Slide your right arm through, press your hand towards touching your shoulder, and switch. Good, flip it on over. Let's just come up for one reverse plank. Shoulder on the back. Let's keep the knees bent, come up that way. So lift up first into a tabletop position. Know that you can stay here. Open up your heart and your chest, and then walk the legs out. Keep contracting your abdominals around your spine and sit back. Reach your legs. Lift your heart. And sit it down. Let's come on into the meditation. Sit really nice and tall. Lift your ribs away from your hips. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Coming into a space of just listening today, right now in this moment, to the body. So keep following your breath. Take a deep breath in and hold it. Exhale slow. Another deep breath in and hold it. And exhale slowly. All right, so that's all for today. I know too, just like a tidbit, that it's good to have compassion for ourselves. So if you ever notice that you're kind of just in a moment where you're feeling maybe internally criticizing, right? Like you're criticizing or judging yourself for something, or if you're just recognizing that you're going through a hard time or whatever it is, it's just always good to really come to our journey with compassion for ourselves, the same way we would care for another person in our life, right? Like we do that so easily for somebody else. It's important that we do it for ourselves. So I think putting your hand on your heart, sometimes you can put, you can give yourself like a hug. You can, there are energy meridians here through the body, so that when you put, one hand underneath by the rib cage and one hand on top, all different kinds of stuff, but just, having compassion on your journey for wherever you are. I love you. I hope you enjoyed this workout this morning, and I'll see you very soon.